A 2-month investigation into drug trafficking of a highly addictive and deadly opioid, fentanyl, has shuttered an illegal drug operation that was operating across Calgary. In June of this year, we received a tip that led to an investigation into a man who was alleged to have both trafficked and, in some cases, manufactured drugs that were then sold in and around the Calgary area. On July 22nd, 2 men were arrested during the traffic stop, and a home was searched in connection with this investigation. Inside the vehicle where the men were arrested were various amounts of fentanyl, cocaine, heroin, and cash. Also inside the vehicle was a fentanyl pill press. A home in the 6400 block of 4th Street Northeast was also searched. Inside the home, we discovered a magic mushroom growing operation, a cocaine pill press, and a pellet gun. In total, close to $200,000 in drugs was seized as part of this investigation, including a variety of different drugs that you have listed with you. Sheldon Tyler Adams, 31, of Calgary, is charged with numerous drug-related offenses, including manufacturing cocaine, several counts of production and manufacturing drugs, including fentanyl, cocaine, and magic mushrooms, possession of heroin, and possession of property obtained by crime. Brandon Sean Carter, 32, was also arrested with Adams in the vehicle and is charged with 4 counts of being unlawfully at large. I'll take any questions you might have.
The grand scale of things, 200,000 isn't a lot of money, but it's a lot. The manufacturing side must have been a bit of a concern because it's mobile for one.
That's correct.
And obviously it's creating one of your biggest dangers in the city.
Yeah, that's right. And fentanyl is a big concern for us. It's a big safety concern, and obviously the ability to produce in a mobile environment like that, moving from one location to another very easily, does make it more difficult for the police as far as investigation goes, and it is a very big safety concern. It also should be noted, though, that the drugs that were seized, the 65.5 grams of fentanyl, we listed a value of about $43,600 for that, but in fact, if you take that to the pill level, where you're looking at $20 a pill for fentanyl, it's actually about $1.3 million worth of fentanyl. So incredible profit for very little investment.
How unusual is it to find a magic mushroom grow out?
That is pretty unusual. We haven't seen a lot of that, and typically, you're just looking at a very simplistic type of growing environment with some dirt and water and that type of thing. So, not a very sophisticated grow operation, but not that common for us to see either.
Have you ever had any other magic mushroom grow ups in Calgary?
Not that I'm personally aware of. It's definitely would be a very rare event for us to come across magic mushroom growing operations in Calgary.
So it could be a first.
It might be, but I really would have to look into that for you to get an exact answer. I don't have that information.
Were these 2 men known to police?
The one individual was known to police, and the other one was not.
Do you know if that has any connection to organized crime?
Right now, I don't have that information available as to if there's organized crime connections or not.
Are you expecting other charges to be laid?
Not that I'm aware of at this point. There are no other charges that are expected to be laid.
So is it a 2-man operation then, or were they working, like, I know it's tough to rank, were these guys high level, low level, where were they on the ladder?
Well, they were basically involved in production and trafficking of drugs at the level that we see seized at this point. So as far as their other connections with any other organized individuals or anything like that, I don't have that information.
It's kind of an odd question. Normally when you have busts like this, the drugs are a great score, but usually there's a cache of weapons as well. Is that odd, sort of, with how much product they had? There was only a pellet gun that was found?
I think each individual case is different. In some cases we're seizing weapons, in some cases we're not at the time. So I wouldn't say that it's odd, I would just say that it is what it is. In this case, weapons were not seized other than the pellet gun.
And then someone tipped the police off to this operation.
That's right, yeah. So we got a tip from the public, which helped us to do the investigation. I think that's a really important piece for us, is that, we're always encouraging the public to help us by providing us information with things that cause public safety concerns especially. And in this case, a tip did lead to us being able to conduct this investigation. So when you're dealing with a drug as serious and has as much safety concerns as fentanyl, we really do encourage the public to please provide information to us to help support these types of investigations to make our streets safer.
There were 2 pill presses in this seizure, right?
That's correct, yeah, 2.
How unique are how easy is it to get a hold of a pill press? Like, what are they?
Yeah, so they range in size and variety. Basically, it's just a press, a big manufacturing press, or in this case, we had a small press as well that was a little cylindrical type of press that would, a very small scale that would allow you to press any kind of a powdered substance into something very hard, into a pill which can be coated and sold.
And are they easy to acquire?
There certainly are available out there. As far as easy to acquire, I think that would be left up to interpretation. But they are available. They are readily available, and in some cases we have seized them throughout our investigations. But I don't think it has typically been highly common for us to seize presses associated, say, with cocaine use. But in the case of fentanyl, where you have a drug that is extremely dangerous, and essentially it only takes 1 milligram to be included in each pill, it's very difficult to sell a drug like that without having it in a pressed form. To sell a powdered form, a user would need it in a pill form in order for them to be able to use it. So hence the need for a pill press or something like that in order to be involved in the trafficking field.
And just, sorry, one more question about mushrooms. Where do magic mushrooms usually come from if they end up in Calgary?
I don't really have that information as to where they normally come from. We just typically end up seizing them, and in this case, they were manufactured, were made here.
This came from a traffic stop, is that what you're saying?
Initially, yeah, there was a traffic stop. There was an investigation that occurred, and then a traffic stop with a variety of drugs seized, and then subsequently a search warrant at a residence.
And was it just kind of a normal traffic stop?
Yeah, typical traffic stop.